No way, dude.
Yeah. What up? We're
Guys,
here.
We're here.
Everybody fucking canceled on us. No Beezy, no guest.
No BZ, no guest. The air conditioner in my house is broke.
No, that's fucked up.
The bathroom in my house is broke.
Oh, shit.
So it's like, it's just one of those days where everything's just not working.
No, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, you know what? I think I would rather, like, you know when you have a day where like one thing doesn't work and you're like, damn, and you kind of think about it more. I think I have a easier time dealing with like 4 or 5 things going wrong, because then I just chalk the whole day up as a loss.
Yeah, I could see that.
And I'm like, all right, this fucking day sucks.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, like the old saying, like when it rains it pours. You know?
Yeah.
Like I never really feel like when like one thing just is like, you know, like this one thing is fucking ruining my day. Yeah. It's just like once that happens, it's like a fucking slippery slope, and then you just like, you know, by the end of it, you're like crying, like fucking in your room alone in the dark.
I think if it's a bunch of things going wrong, then I just put myself in a certain gear. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, this whole day sucks, and it's probably gonna get worse. And who cares? Everybody understands that certain days just suck. Yeah. And that's what it is.
Dude. Certain days do just fucking suck, you know?
And I think that's what you guys should do. I think you guys should just forgive it. You're having a bad day and everything's going wrong. Just, hey, listen.
Chalk it up. Take the L.
Yeah. Let's just get through the day. You're doing the best you can. Yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah, dude. You know, I get those days fucking a lot, you know, where it's just like, you know, sometimes like I'm oversleeping because I'm tired from work, you know, and then it's like I oversleep. Then I fucking, like, say I got to go back to work. Like, I'm running late, you know. Then it's like, that's the day I hit traffic, you know. Yeah. And then it's like, once I get to, you know, through the traffic, it's like, then work is busy, you know, when I'm used to it being, like, kind of slow, you know, right? So it's just like, that's what happens. It's just like, I guess it's kind of like law of attraction stuff. Have you ever heard of this? Yeah. Like The Secret. Yeah. You ever read those books?
Yeah. I never read the books because I just don't read books. I'm a moron.
Right.
But
yeah, but you know, there's these books out there, and they're pretty cool if you read them.
Some cool books.
Yeah, they're cool books. You know, if I'm saying you know a lot, I got to cut that back.
Yeah, before someone rips you in the comments.
I know, bro. These fucking.
What was the one? Big time. Big time.
Yeah. Oh, big time. Yeah. I was just like, big time. Big time.
You said it like twice.
I know. It was twice in a fucking 20-second clip.
Guys are like, how many times this guy gonna fucking say big time? Fucking loser.
So,
yeah, dude, it is what it is.
You know, the law of attraction, though, it's interesting stuff.
It is. It is interesting.
It's basically, you know, you get what you put out there. Yeah. You know, so when you're, you know, even if you're getting a ton of negativity, like throughout your day from random bullshit, you know, you really got to stay positive. Yeah. And that's what like the law of attraction says, because like the positivity will, you know, cause positivity, or the vice versa. You know, if you're being real negative, you know, you're gonna have a lot of negative shit happen to you, because that's what you're putting out. So it tries to teach you. A lot of people think these books are like bullshit, but it's kind of, I don't know. Since I read them and I try to incorporate them into my day, it's helped, you know, with my overall outlook on things. And you know, it's like when I'm in a good mood, I feel like things are flowing. Yeah. But like if I get into that bad mood, you know, if it rains, it pours. You know,
it's I think, what was I gonna say? Like even if you're like, you work at fucking Macy's and you go into that job at Macy's with just a bad attitude, it's gonna be a bad day.
Right, you're gonna get bad customers.
Yeah. And they may not even be bad customers, but the way you're like, oh, you're going to make me go in the back and go look for shoes.
Of course.
Yeah, that's your job.
Of course. And then you start getting bad tips, or, whatever you do, when you're like, when you're acting like that, people feel your energy.
And I think it's like what you should do instead of, I got to go in the back and move and get shoes. And what if the shoe I'm looking for isn't right there? And then I got to look for them.
Yeah, I got to go through all these fucking boxes because it's not labeled. That's what people start thinking.
Don't think like that. Think like, I'm going to go in there, look around, I'm going to find these shoes. Look how happy these shoes are going to make this guy.
Right.
Look, and then we're going to have a good conversation. And then I'm going to send him on his way. And then I'll probably do the same thing for like 4 or 5 more people. That way of thinking is way better than the shitty way of thinking.
Right.
Because it's like guaranteed that you're going to have a bad day if you're doing the right way, the shitty way of thinking versus this way.
Right, because you get what you put out there.
Yeah.
So, like those books, they teach you like how to talk and put things out to the universe.
Yeah.
So, I have a big test coming up. It's called like the high pressure steam test for engineering.
Okay.
And it's basically like when you work with high pressure boilers, and I have to start studying.
Yeah.
And I'm really trying to not just be like, I'm gonna fail, because then you fail. And this is what the book's teaching you. It's like you have to be like, I'm gonna kill it, I'm gonna crush it. Give yourself like some confidence. Not cockiness. Like cockiness is unattractive, but everybody likes confidence.
Yeah, I never got that with tests because it was like you either know the material or you don't. So
right.
I was like, if I went in there and I knew the material, it's gonna go out. If
right.
I don't, probably gonna go bad. I feel like for me that was more of a black and white thing.
Right.
But confidence. I mean, like when you're talking to girls, that is the fucking game changer.
Game changer. Girls love confidence, and that's what people don't like. It's been said for years, but like the incel guys that have like no confidence.
They're getting zero.
I hate that they were like labeled because they were just kind of like dorks when we were growing up. They were just kind of like guys like who spent a lot of time on the internet, maybe got too into Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like they were just like they had like a weird hobby, maybe they like collected swords.
Yeah.
Yeah,
swords isn't good for chicks.
I know, girls don't like swords.
If you bring a girl back to your apartment and you got swords and toys.
And toys are bad, dude.
Oh, but it's still
toys are bad.
It's still in the original packaging.
Yeah, I know. I got lucky with comic books, because
that's a nice gray area.
Yeah. Well, when I gotta stop saying that. When Marvel got big.
Yeah.
It got big. Everybody started liking it. You had a lot of people that were saying like, I've loved this since I was a kid, and it's like maybe you did, maybe you didn't, but okay. I collected comic books and it got popular. Then now no one really considers that like nerdy anymore. No. It was like, oh, you're lucky. You got the comic books before they were expensive, you know? And it's like shit like that. Like I got in on the ground floor.
Yeah.
But there are weird hobbies out there.
I don't know if
I went to Brandon La Caruba's house.
Yeah. Oh, he loves trains.
Dude, he just has a lot of toys.
Yeah, he's a toy guy.
He's a toy guy. And we did a podcast that he never released. It was just like I went over his house and he put a mic on me and we talked.
I think I did it too.
Yeah, and he just like it never came out. So I was like, I think he just scheduled me to hang out.
I'm gonna imagine a guy who has a podcast, but just books people to hang out.
That'd be like a good way to get chicks too, like girl comedians. Be like, come on my podcast, you know, it's real official. You give them a mic, we just hanging out, and you know, then eventually like you order food. And you're like,
no, come on, we're doing another one.
Come on, yeah. But Brandon, you know, he had a lot of toys. You know, good for him because he ended up getting a good looking girl.
I was gonna say Brandon scores hot chicks.
Yeah,
he does.
Yeah,
he really does.
He moved with his chick to Texas. And
he did move to Texas.
I don't know if he went yet.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, he's gone. But you know, he went to Austin to try to hook up with our boy Dom LaMarca.
Yeah,
and
Dom was just here.
Yeah, Dom did a show at Governor's, I think, yesterday or something.
I had to miss it. I was just I don't know. I was just doing downtime stuff.
Yeah, same here. But Brandon had like a Transformers collection.
He does.
Yeah, and a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
What would be something that you collect that girls wouldn't find weird?
I mean,
obviously crystals. They would be like, oh my
crystals, God. Yeah. I have crystals.
They'd be like, oh my God.
I have crystals. My buddy, he makes like these awesome crystals at a bismuth.
Okay.
It's like a metal, and he like smelts it. And
smelts it.
The crystals come out crazy. I'll show you after the podcast.
I got this thing. It's Larimar.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I got it.
What's it supposed to do for you?
I don't know what it does. I think it just looks fucking cool, especially if you're wearing blue.
Like yeah.
It's only mined in one mine in the whole world, in the Dominican Republic.
Oh,
this guy on Fire Island was selling them, and his wife is from DR, and she has access to that mine, and you have to
that's awesome.
You have to have like the in to mine that ship, and you can only mine it at certain points of the year, and that's just that.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a really cool crystal shop in Amityville, and me and Marissa went. But she has crystals.
Yeah,
I've been into them. You know, because like why not?
You know what I mean?
You know, because like crystals are supposed to do certain things for you.
Yeah,
they look kind of cool, and it's like. It's kind of like religion. Like, what if it works? You know, like
I don't think they physically do something on you, but I think they give you like the passage to look at it. You're like, I'm gonna feel good today,
right? And
I think some people need that.
Well, you know, some of it goes to like different things, like your chakras. You know, if you believe in that type of stuff, where there's like, you know, your heart chakra and you know your like gut chakra, your brain, and
the chakras they go all down the body, right?
Right down the body. You learn a lot about it in like Kundalini yoga, and you know, some crystals like link up with your chakras.
I feel like the people who believe in crystals still have sex in later ages.
Oh, big time.
Like, you ever see people that, like, you know, they hit, like, I don't know, like...
I do a joke about that.
They hit, like, 60, and they're like, all right, I haven't had sex in 10 years.
Well, I do a joke about that because, like, I notice a lot of, like, druggy, slutty girls. Like, they get clean.
Yeah.
And then they get really into crystals.
Yeah.
And then, like... Then they like get really into like hiking.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like after a while, like it's just not enough for them, and then they relapse, and that's where you can bang them again. Like those are that's the cycle for like those type of girls. It's pretty much goes with the moon cycle.
It's funny. I was talking to a chick. There's no chance. I would have no chance with her. She's one of those girls who like she's like a not a guidette, but like a very flashy Italian girl. She's classy, and her sister is very crystally. She never had a problem with drugs, but like she's very hippy dippy, loves hiking, very like earthy chick. Right. And the sister is like this gaudy, nice restaurant, money, nice dresses, and it's so weird seeing them talk to each other. And I hit on the gaudy one as a joke because it's like. I know we have no chance. Right. Like someone like me would never hook up with someone like her. I'm saying it like I have the choice. Someone like her would never hook up with someone like me.
Right.
And I think she knows that, and she plays along with it, and it's funny. But it's I don't even know where I was going with that. But
I think you're just telling us that you're hitting on chicks.
Yeah. I'm just hitting on chicks, man. Just want to let you know that I'm active. You know that I'm.
Yeah, good.
I'm tapped.
Get him, Trav.
Yeah, good. Yeah, good. But yeah, it's a goofy thing, but it's just weird seeing like someone like that compared to someone who's earthy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like the crystals too. Like they link up with like your sign. Like, do you believe in like the astrological stuff? Like what sign are you?
I'm a Pisces.
Pisces.
I'm a Pisces.
Okay, that's a water sign.
Yeah, so I like listening to it because it does entertain me.
Yeah,
I don't revolve my whole life around it.
Right.
But it's it is entertaining to to give the time of my day to.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah, like there's some stuff that when you tell, like, because I'm a Taurus.
Okay.
So like we're known for being like really stubborn.
Yeah, which you are.
I'm a little stubborn. I'm not as bad as people think. Like
what's Marissa?
Capricorn.
What are they?
Stubborn.
Yeah. So you guys just get nothing done.
No, we actually like if you read about a Taurus and Taurus male and a Capricorn woman, it's like one of the best matches.
I feel like
it's like a 98% match.
I feel like you guys have formed a team where you both just hate human beings.
Right. No, we do. We fucking hate everyone right now.
Yeah. That's pretty cool though. That's a solid bond.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's us against the world.
Yeah.
And like we're really deep on that like right now.
Man.
And like we're ready,
I'm happy you found that. That's a cool
thing. It's been great, dude.
Yeah.
She's phenomenal. Her back is killing her right now, and it's like tearing me apart.
Yeah.
Like she just can't even like do anything. Her back is just so fucked up.
I feel it because my hips are fucked up because I was doing sandbags today like an idiot.
Yeah.
And now I'm walking around like I walk like Tony, and Tony has one leg. Like like what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. It's funny too because like we kind of link up with everything. Like we saw this reel the other day, and it's just like there's always one person in a relationship that has a bad stomach and one person that has a bad back.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's us straight up.
Yeah.
I always have a horrible stomach, and she's got the bad back.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna meet my person like in my 50s. I feel like.
Dude, it was weird because like I gave up.
Yeah.
I gave up, dude. Like I swear to God, like after I broke up with Kristen Florio.
Yeah.
She's a comedian.
Yeah.
A lot of people know her. She was a great girl, but
Yeah.
like we just didn't see eye to eye on a lot of things, and. It was kind of a weird time because it was like COVID hit, but after that, I was just like, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. And it was like this dark, weird kind of serenity that like I started being okay with that. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be that uncle, because my sister started having kids. I'm just going to be that uncle that is just kind of alone. And he works really hard. And, he has a lot of money because there's no one to spend it on.
Yeah.
And, like, I was going to get, like, my house and have my nice car.
Probably get a boat.
Yeah, maybe a boat, like 2 dogs, and just, like, for me, it would be corgis, get my 2 corgis and I was going to just do that. And I was okay with it. And I was even okay just like being on drugs. I was like I could just be on drugs for the rest of my life, and no one would care.
I was definitely at that point.
Yeah,
at one point.
And I was just like this dark, but it was peaceful.
Yeah,
it was dark and shadowy, and like it's not a good thought to have.
Yeah,
but. It made me okay with myself.
Yeah.
And then she hit me up out of nowhere randomly on a Saturday night.
Yeah.
And I was just like, we started talking. We hit it off immediately. Like, I think we talked for like 3 hours.
Where'd you meet? Well, you said you knew her beforehand.
Yeah. No, we went to elementary school together.
Yeah. So where'd you like?
I was friends with her her older brother, who's since passed. You know, he was a great guy. We were friends in middle school, and I used to go to their block parties at their house. I made out with her cousin once. I used to hang out with her other cousin that went to a different school.
Like a middle school makeout.
Yeah. Kind of like that. And then I hung out with her other cousin, Angela, who went to different high school in Levittown. So I was kind of like around the family, you know, but I just wasn't really with her.
Yeah.
And, you know, we knew of each other forever. We had talked a couple times throughout the years, but, you know, she was always tied up with someone.
Yeah.
You know, she always had a boyfriend. And, you know, I pretty much always had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
But, yeah, she hit me up one night on a Saturday. The next day, I was planning on coming to Governor's to hang out for the benefits show. But that night, she hit me up at like, you know, maybe 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock on a Saturday. We ended up talking till like 2, 3 in the morning. The next day, she went out to dinner at Miller's Ale House with her friend. And I stopped by to just meet her, you know, hang out for like a half hour, and then I was coming to Govs to get on the show. And that was love at first sight.
That's perfect.
I never thought that was real. Like, we locked eyes, and then we've like been inseparable since.
You see that.
Yeah.
I was when I was in Virginia filming that thing, one of the guys I was, because we were all, it was like the actor house. So like one of the actors staying in the actor house, that's how he met his girl. And then he had a long period where he was, you know, he had to move to Chicago and film stuff over there. That's just like where the career took him. And she was back in wherever she was, and they made the long distance work. And he's like, it was a thing where I saw her and I knew that was it.
Yeah, that's where my head was at. And I don't know. We took it a little slow, like sexually.
Yeah.
In like today's day, you know, I think we waited it almost like 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Which is
it made it better.
It did. But like I knew I really liked her right away. You know, pretty much love right away.
Cool.
So I was like willing to wait, you know, like, and just follow like whatever her boundaries were.
What kind of person was she in high school? Was she like
crazy?
Was she like a still?
She was fucking nuts, dude.
I can imagine her squaring up with chicks.
I'm not gonna blow up her spot because there's like some things that were like embarrassing.
We still gotta have her on.
We do. She wants to come on, but she gets it's like stage fright.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
She doesn't like the focus on her. She doesn't like public speaking.
Marissa, this is not public speaking. This is.
I know this is like really chill, but she knows like it'll be out there, so she'll get like really nervous. She said she'd put a bag over her head.
Marissa, we got 40,
and she needs a puke bucket.
We have 40 viewers, Marissa.
No, dude, some of our shows get up to like 120.
Yeah, we do.
120 on YouTube.
And
our clips do good.
And honestly, shout out to Mickey Delaney.
Mickey
Delaney loves our fucking
show.
Yeah,
Mickey Delaney.
I thought Mickey Delaney was fake, and then I was like, maybe he's not fake.
He loves us, and he loves Keegan and the Hirschman or whatever. Whatever show that is.
What a fucking whatever dumbass show that is. Mickey, we love you, Mickey.
Kegel and the Hirsch.
Mickey, thank you so much.
Yo, Mick. Hey, yo, Mick.
Mick, we love you, dude. Mickey's a cool guy, dude.
Hey,
he's our real first fan.
Yeah, he's definitely our first fan.
Yeah, he's a gunner. He's a gamer.
He's
in there in the trenches with us.
Yeah.
And Mickey.
He lives in Washington State.
Washington State.
Does he really?
Holy shit.
Oh, shit, yeah. Mickey. I didn't know you lived on the opposite side of the country.
We definitely have some spillover viewers from the Knock 'em Dead show. So thank you, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, Tone.
Thank you.
You know, just being on the Governor's channel.
Me and Tony should race.
Race?
We actually did that a couple of years ago. We had a race right here in the high school lot. It was me, Sally Annie, Bosie,
Oh, Bosey.
Bosey actually won. The guy flew. We couldn't
wow.
believe it. We couldn't I'm not joking.
The well, Bosey's a little light in the loafers.
If I got beat in a race by Jeff Bosey, I would sign up for a hip replacement tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the dude was fast.
That's weird.
You wouldn't think so, but he is.
That's weird, is that like me smoking like 2 packs a day, I'll probably beat everyone in this room in a race. That's weird to think.
Not after I had my hip replacement. Then you're all cooked.
Yeah.
Then you're all cooked.
We're cooked.
And you're cooked. Yo, Hugh, who do you think's dick's bigger, mine or yours?
I don't know, man. I'm like, I downplay my dick a lot.
I feel like you got a hog on you. Mine's like 6.5, so average length, but it's got a nice girth to it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm working with.
I remember like when you were like in middle school, and then there was like a guy. He's like, "Yeah, I got a 10-inch cock."
Yeah.
And then everyone believed him.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, like you look back now as an adult, you're like, no, you fucking don't.
No.
Like, I don't think I've ever even met anyone with a 10-inch cock.
No, 10 inches is like,
that's porn,
dude. That's like really fucking big. Like, girls don't want that.
I was gonna say that's like a curse.
No, yeah, like girls don't want that, and like you don't really want that either. Like, you're not getting your full dick in that. Like, you'll fucking bruise the cervix.
Yeah, a 10-inch ween.
Yeah, dude, 10-inch.
Because I got some boys with like big cocks. I got some boys with big cocks, and like, I mean, I've never seen them hard, but I would imagine they're I mean, like 8 tops.
You've never seen like an erect dick in like person?
Oh, another erect? Oh, yeah. I don't think I ever have.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen like an erect, like in person. I don't think I've ever seen an erect penis.
Wow.
But that's how straight I am.
Yeah,
you know,
that's pretty straight.
That's pretty straight.
I remember this one time when I was living at the lacrosse house.
Guy just came out waving his hard dick around.
No. It's a story. So I was upstairs in my room with a lady.
Okay.
And I lived in the attic.
Okay.
So my room was like pretty chill.
It's like a Hey Arnold room.
Yeah, it was pretty chill, except it had like the slanted ceiling.
Okay.
So like if a girl was on top, she always hit her head.
Yeah. It's a pain in the dick.
Yeah, it was rough. But my room was always pretty chill, and I had a couch in it, so a lot of people and a lock on my door. So a lot of people wanted to sleep in my room after parties because
it's a good coke room too.
Yeah, it was the coke room. It was the room like where no one cared if we smoked cigarettes. I had my own fridge, like TV, everything. So like my room was like a good hangout because I had like a couch, I had like a recliner, and my bed. So like I'd chill on the bed, like you could fit like 5 people comfortably. Like a good 2 or 3 would sleep there, like of like my close friends on the lacrosse team after like a party night. But on nights where I had a girl, like they couldn't sleep there. So after one party, I had my door locked. I was up there. I think we were just sleeping at this point, like we were fucking wasted. And this one dude, I think I might have talked about him on a podcast. My friend Kaz.
Okay.
He's like this big black dude that like I've never seen a tougher person in my life. This guy was the toughest person I've ever met. And like there was couple times where people called him the N-word. Like he was like, I'd say 6'2", about 220, solid muscle. He ran like a 4.7 40.
Yeah.
He ended up being like a 2-time All-American, but he was behind me somehow. I don't know why the coach didn't give this kid playing time. He could have played all 4 years, but after me and a couple kids graduated, he became the stud. And he was banging on the door. Bang. I didn't know who it was, but like my door just sounded like the cops were trying to get in. So you know, it was whatever. I just tried to let it go. Just like the bang didn't stop. Eventually, me and the girl, we start doing our thing. Then I was just like, what do these people want? They know I'm up here with the girl, you know? So I ran down the stairs just because like there was like a locked door, stairs to the room, and then it was like my place. I ran down the stairs. I opened the door just completely naked, hard as fuck. and
answer the door.
I was like, and then I just answered the door. I'm like, what do you want? Is this what you want to see? Like,
look at it.
I was like, look at it. Here's my dick. I was like, what do you want to see? I was having sex. Like, are you trying to see my dick or her? Like, I'm not going to show you her. You could see my dick.
Yeah.
And the dude was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And like, like he like ran downstairs. And then like I went back upstairs. I got dressed. I'm like, yo, dude, like what's the fucking deal?
Yeah.
And he's just like, I've never seen another male erect dick before. He's like, I've only seen it in porn. I've never seen it in real life. And I was like, well, you know, I gave him a hug. And he's like, get the fuck off me.
Come here. Like a leaned over hug.
I was like, it's great to share this moment.
It's you're talking about having sex with girls in college. It's there was this one girl. We would do obviously other positions, but like doggy was her thing.
Yeah.
She like 80% of it was doggy.
Most girls like that's their thing.
Yeah, and so like anytime we were in her dorm, she had this picture. I mean, at the time, Twilight was huge.
Right.
And she had this picture of like Edward Cullen just like right at the head of her bed. Right. So I would just be like and forced to like make eye contact with Edward Cullen. I'm just like, oh. Damn it.
Yeah,
like,
fucking.
And she's like, no.
Sparkly vampire.
She's like, bend me over. And I'm like, oh, can we face the other way? And
yeah.
She's like, no.
She had to watch Edward Cullen.
You think that was it?
Yeah.
You think that was it? Maybe she was just wishing I was Edward Cullen.
Maybe.
Because I was hot in college. I was like, that was probably the hottest I'll ever be.
Yeah.
So
but
like,
some girls just like.
Not enough.
I don't know. Some girls like really have to concentrate to come.
Yeah, I've some girls come really easy, and then some girls
like not at all.
The girl that I was like with in college, I was doing like a Cirque du Soleil like act.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what the? I'm pulling out the stops right now.
Right,
dude. And the one that I'm not gonna say that.
I had an ex-girlfriend that couldn't orgasm through penetration.
Yeah,
and it fucked me up because we like dated for 3 years, and I'm just like. And she probably had like a handful of orgasms. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not bad at sex. Yeah. You know, like, dude, I started like getting like really fucked up from it. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not bad.
I'm not bad at
I'm like
sex.
Screaming at her. I'm like, I'm not bad at sex.
I'm not bad. I'm good.
I'm good at this.
Yeah, like it's like I'm not.
But like bad. She would just constantly tell me like, no, it's okay. Like no one gets me off. Like no one.
Yeah.
Like she's like I could only come from a vibrator.
Really?
That was it. She fucked herself up. Like she's on like the high setting with like the pulsating and like the thing tickling her asshole.
I was with a girl and she said like she's like you were the first one to ever make me come from a dick.
Right.
And I was like, oh, it's pretty cool.
I've had that as well.
But she's like, the clit cum is better. And I was like, there's two types?
There are two types. There's like the G spot.
I didn't know at the time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, well, which one is better? She's like, well, the clit one is more like it takes over my whole body, where like the dick one is just like, it's good, but like the clit one's better.
Right.
So I just like spent time trying to just make her clit come. I just couldn't do it at the time.
See, like I have a small amount of autism, so like I've researched all of this, and like that's why girls like to fuck autistic guys.
Yeah,
because like they research the vagina.
You know, they like.
I can't even keep a straight face.
They like. They like fucking autistic guys because, you know, they do the work.
They do the work. They study.
They do the research.
They study. They get out their graphing calculator.
You got a big test on Thursday. You reading up? Yeah, I'm doing a lot of work. doing my studying. No, don't come over yet. Like you get the girl gets there. There's a textbook open with highlighted.
Dude, sentences. They start like edging themselves, like breathing techniques. Yeah.
Supposedly it's huge with sex.
Oh,
breathing techniques.
Yeah, no.
Like those weird yoga dudes.
Dude. Yeah.
Can fuck a girl better.
Fuck, dude.
They can fuck a girl better.
Fuck.
They can fuck a girl better than you or me combined.
I know.
I think well, it just goes back to like the crystal people.
Yeah.
I think like they're just so much more in tuned with just like the human body, the human mind, the human spirit.
Right.
And like that's because like dudes, Louis C.K. said it. Like dudes, it's just a release.
Right.
That's all it is.
That's one of my favorite jokes he does. He's like, when a guy comes, it's like the Hulk coming back down to the other guy.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite jokes he does.
Dudes is just a release, and it makes us sound savage, but like that's just what we're biologically wired as.
Yeah.
And women, it's like there's way more of an emotional connection. There's way more of it. Like a dude will, I mean, maybe not.
That's anymore. A big thing with girls is the emotional connection. Yeah. And that's when I think they get the better orgasms because I don't know. Sorry, Marissa. I'm gonna say it. She like never had orgasms until she met me.
Yeah, see, it's an emotional thing because you guys share a thing. We hate people.
That's like how deep the bond goes, though, because she was with a dude for 15 years and she had 3 kids with him, and the guy is just a fucking limp dick loser. Fuck you, Bill. Pay your child support.
Holy shit. Yeah, you hear that, Bill? 15 years, you ain't putting it down. Pay your child support. Oh, damn it. Why isn't BZ here? Fucking shit, BZ. Oh, God. Pay your fucking child support. I'm coming over with the child support. No, not now. I'm making your ex-wife come. Fucking loser.
No, they never got married. Yeah. I had to explain that to the 5-year-old yesterday.
I'm coming over with the child support. Sit outside for a little bit.
Yeah.
But my air conditioning's broken. Go take a walk.
And take a walk.
Yo, that's rough, dude.
This guy hates me, dude. He hates me. Dude. I tried to be his fucking friend for 18 months. 18 months, and then...
That's a long haul.
I really tried to be nice and, like, do everything right by him. But now, I'm scorched earth with this guy. Like, do not, fuck with me anymore.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's just like, I'm so sick. I don't want to get into it.
Yeah.
It's too personal. But that felt good saying that, though.
I know. See how much of a laugh we just had?
Dude, that was fun.
That was a real moment.
That was fun. Yeah, I like that.
That was a genuine. I
like that.
That took me to a good place.
Yeah, no, I really like that because I had I had one of those moments on stage. Like when we first I don't know. It might have been about a year ago. Yeah, it was probably last summer.
Yeah.
It was the Mandy Jones show too. I get a lot out on Mandy Jones's shows. I get personal and
it's the real Wild West.
I have meltdowns.
It's the real Wild West on those shows.
Yeah, Mandy is great though.
She does.
Yeah,
she is great.
Her and her husband, they're Crystal people.
Yeah.
And Glenn is a really nice dude. I don't know.
She's I've never met him, but she's an earthy girl.
Yeah, you never met her?
Never met. No, him. Yeah.
Glenn is really cool. Yeah, he does crystals and stuff.
Glenn.
Yeah.
I'm Glenn.
Don't make fun of him.
No. I like him. I'm just being an idiot.
He's a cool guy.
But back to what women. It's an emotional. Man.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
I mean, I definitely now that I'm a little older, I definitely there needs to be an emotional connection for sure. Yeah. But I mean, young dudes, I would say pretty much 90%. They'll have sex with a girl that they don't necessarily like, but because they're hot, they'll do it. Women, I don't think most women, I don't know, most women I don't think will ever do that. They're like, no, you're giving me an ick. You're giving me something to not like you. I'm not going to open up to you like that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because girls will still fuck you even if you give them the ick.
No, that just took out everything I just said. That just took out everything I just said.
Well, like, but they won't come. Is what I'm saying. If they need to get laid, like, they'll get laid. But no, like, you're right. Like, most of the time, they're not going to.
Yeah.
But, like, there are times where girls are just like, fuck it, I need to get mine.
Yeah.
But if you creep them out or you don't have that emotional connection, you give them that fucking ick that they talk about.
Yeah.
They're not gonna orgasm.
I think girls are hornier than guys.
I think so too.
Yeah, but they hide it. They hide it better.
I think so too.
Because
there's just too much of a stigma.
Yeah.
That of like girls being a whore.
Yeah.
And
honestly, like, let's put sex aside for a second. I would rather hang out with a whore. Because, like, we're not having sex. We're just hanging out.
Right.
Me, my friends, and a group of whores. I would rather hang out. No one's having sex. Let's say no one has sex that whole night. I would rather hang out with the group of whores versus the group of, like, reserved girls. Because whores are fun.
They are fun. They have a better sense of humor.
Yeah.
They also...
Better stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're more honest with themselves.
They are.
They're more comfortable in their own skin.
Yeah, they are.
For
sure.
They like really like know themselves, how their bodies work. They've like experimented. You can get a lot of good information on like sex by like talking to a whore.
I went out with a girl in my mid-20s, and when I first started dating her, she was like, hey, listen, like, she was like, listen, in my college days, I was like a big whore.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? Cool. And like, it was a fucking great relationship. And then I remember we, like, the first, like, I don't know, few months we were going out. She was like, hey, listen, I got to tell you something. And I was like, okay, what up? And she was like, I make money doing this thing, and I want to, like, pass it by you. And I was like, okay, what is it? And then she was like, I am a cam girl. Like, I finger myself for this guy in Virginia. He doesn't know what I look like. He doesn't know anything about me. It's the camera is just me doing stuff to myself, and it's just, I don't even know what he looks like either. He just watches. I just know what his chest looks like. That's it.
Right.
Like, his dick's not even in the video. But I play with myself, and then he sends me like $600, and that's it. And she's like, are you all right with that? And I was like, yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, buy me a PS5.
I wasn't even looking to buy. I was like, yeah, no, do what you got to do. I don't give a fuck. And then, like I said to my friends, they're like, you're okay with that? I'm like, yeah. And a matter of fact, I am. I am all right with that. I was talking to my mom the other day, and I was like, listen, you know what I want to do? I want to pay a hooker, not to bang her, but just to hang out and just be like, you're like, how'd you get into this? Like, let me just, like, I want to know. I've always been interested in learning about people that I don't know about, like learning about worlds that I don't know about. I've always been super, super curious in that aspect. And I would like to hang out with the hooker and be like, just tell me the lowdown. Like, what's going on?
Right.
Like, how'd you get into this? Why'd you get into this? Where are you from? What's your family life like?
There was this guy on YouTube. I kind of went down like a rabbit hole with his videos. He would find these people and just let them tell their story. And he would find prostitutes, homeless people, pimps.
Homeless people would be
drug
crazy.
addicts.
Yeah, like just like,
like kind of like the dregs of society. And he had this one pimp on. I remember his name was Sharp. And the guy was just like telling his fucking story, and it was crazy. Crazy.
What were some of the things?
I can't really remember. I watched the videos like years ago. Yeah. But the guy Sharp, like he's won Pimp of the Year a couple years. Like there's a dude, like
there's an award ceremony.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. You can look that up.
The fucking
I swear to God, because like
the player haters ball.
That's what it seemed like. The fucking Chappelle skit. It fucking, I swear to God, I saw like on a TV show or whatever, like the Pimp Awards, and like the pimps getting out of the cars, and like, dude, it just looked like the Chappelle skit. And I just remember them saying like, oh, this pimp Sharp, he won Pimp of the Year. And I was like, oh fuck, the guy from the video that I watched, you know, and like. Then I know he got arrested. Like I don't know, like that one video, like I remember because he was kind of funny, you know.
Yeah.
Watching a lot of those videos are just sad.
It's
because like there are girls out there that have sex or some type of sex for money, and they don't need to. And that is like the person that like I could talk to. Yeah. There are also like, you know, people that have sex for money because they need to, and that's a lot sadder.
Yeah.
You know, like that's
way sad.
Like, you know, like I got to do this to like put food, you know, in my kid's mouth. Yeah. I gotta do this to support my drug habit. Yeah. Like I'm doing this because if I don't, the fucking Russians will kill me. Like, you know, like there's like human trafficking and like shit like that, and that's like sad. Yeah. You know, but like I knew this girl, she would jerk off old men for money.
Oh my God.
And that's what she would do. She'd just get a
how old? Like 80?
I don't know how old. I don't know.
Like old, like
but older, like you know, way older, like 50s to and up, you know.
And she's like 23 or something.
And she, at the time, but
fuck,
you know, she would do it. She would just do it, like, and there was no emotion, like no emotional connection. She just would like almost go dead inside, and then just like jerk it off. She would get her fucking $500. She would do that like maybe 3 different customers, and like, dude, she was making more money than me, you know. And like I've been working my whole fucking career to get like $1,500 a week, and she would do it in a day, and then she would just forget about it, and then the next time they call, you know, like, and like she was like, you know, doing it. There was also like a power thing, you know, because like I think there was abuse there, and like when some women get abused, they want to take the power back.
Yeah, 100%. It makes sense.
So like everything, like that's when they turn into like a dominatrix, you know? Okay. And they like, and because there's a market for that. Guys just like to get fucking beat up.
Yeah.
You know?
Like powerful businessmen.
Yeah.
Because
they want to get rid of, like, lose control.
Yeah.
And these girls want to get control back.
The psychology makes sense.
There's a lot of fucking weird psychology that goes into all of that.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't always, you know, because you're like, oh, she's a whore. Like,
you really shouldn't dismiss people like that.
You should look deeper into it. Like some people, their dad he was around, but he never gave a fuck about her.
Right.
He just never paid attention to her. Hey, Dad, I got a soccer game, you know, whatever, and just didn't come.
Fucking molestation.
Yeah. Then she hits like 20. She's like, oh, I'll get your fucking attention.
Right.
And like that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you ever just try to get someone's attention and you're just like, I'll just do something outlandish.
Yes. Oh, dude.
I'll do some outlandish shit, and like that'll get them.
Well, for me, I never had the approval of my dad ever in my whole life. I've been, you know, as a kid, you want to make your dad happy. Hold on a second.
Oh, you got 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, okay. So, you know, I always wanted to make my dad happy.
Yeah.
I remember I came home, I was about 5th grade, and I was constantly talking about being depressed in 5th grade. My dad actually asked me, how do you know that word? Like, because I like figured it out. I'm like, you know, I'm very depressed. I was getting picked on.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of friends, but I was smart. I was always a smart person, and I came home and I got a 98 on a test. Yeah. And I'm like, look, Dad, you know, I was like real happy because it was like a test I was nervous about.
Yeah.
And all he fucking could do was be like, what happened with this question? You got that one wrong. It's not 100. And like, you don't know how bad that fucks up a kid.
A kid, because you're not an adult. Like you don't have the smarts to just be like, all right, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
You don't. Yeah.
Yeah. And now looking back, like, you know, I'm like, yeah, no, he fucked me up a lot more than I give, you know, than I realized. But then I'm also like, he was also 32.
That's like my age now.
Dude, I'm 38.
Yeah,
I'm
33.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
Like, imagine having a kid and trying to figure out how to parent, you know? Like, I must have been like 5-6 years old. Him and my mother got married at like, he was 27.
Yeah.
Or, 29 or something like that. I don't know the exact.
Doc's definitely that type of guy.
Yeah, but, he always just wanted me to be better.
Yeah.
But, like, it also put this feeling in me that I'm never content.
And that's
I
probably...
always need to work harder.
That may have a little something as to why you turned the drugs, because eventually you were probably just like, all right, I don't give a fuck now. I don't give a fuck. I'm done trying to meet your standards and fuck off.
Yeah, it was a big part of it.
Yeah.
Because, like,
fuck off, dude.
That anxiety that was instilled in me as a kid, like, oh, my dad's not going to be happy, Because, like, he was also, like, my coach, and my football coach.
That usually, small amount of times does that work out well.
Yeah.
A dad as a coach, I've seen that work out very bad.
Yeah, no, and he was just, like... crazy, like he kind of like turned me into this like violent kid, because he like when I would cry, he would be like, boys don't get sad, boys get mad.
Oh,
so all my sadness would turn into anger,
and
the anger leads to violence, and like that's how my childhood went, like I was always trying to achieve this thing that I would never, it was unachievable, even if I got like, if I didn't have straight A's, he wasn't happy, so it was like, it fucked me up.
Yeah. Going back to, like getting people's attention because of something not the best happening to you. When I was a little kid, I was chubby. I wasn't fat, but I was chubby.
Yeah.
But people called me fat all the time, like bad. Like to the point where I was crying in dressing rooms. I was crying in showers. You know what I mean? Like I just hated it.
Yeah, I did a lot of crying because I was chubby.
Yeah, and I was, so I hit like 6th grade and I started wrestling. And then I started losing weight. And also like wrestling, it was like, oh, like the bigger guy in the room is the most powerful. So it gave like my size, my weight, like power instead of... weakness.
Right.
And then I hit middle school and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I'm going to be I'm a fat fucking loser. Watch this. And I'm going to get shredded and I'm going to fuck people's girlfriends and I'm going to do like, and like the log on that fire was ever burning for a very, very long time.
Yeah, dude. I like that.
Yeah, yeah. And I didn't...
Ever burning.
An ever burning log.
Like
and I got shredded. I was in way better shape than I am now for a very long time.
Right.
Because I was like, no. I'm going to fucking show you.
Right.
Like, I'm a fat fucking loser. I'll fuck your girlfriend. And like, that's what it is.
You know what though? Like, this is why I don't like, I hate bullying to my core. But dude, it fucking worked for me.
It works.
It worked for you. It worked for me.
It sucks, but it works.
It psychologically fucking damaged us. But you know what? Like maybe if I didn't get bullied, I would have been fucking 300 pounds.
Yeah, who knows?
I have no idea.
Yeah, very true.
But like, because I got bullied, I learned how to box. I learned. I started learning like self-defense, wrestling, jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai. I started like doing all of that. I started fucking, and I'm not good at any of it, but like I learned the basics for all of it.
Yeah.
And then like I, worked out constantly, and then I was fighting and I was like, and then all of a sudden, like I went from getting bullied to like, hey, don't fuck with this kid. He'll beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
And
then I remember I got in the 9th grade and I was dealing weed and then I would just like, our older kids were just like insane and they would just like rob me all the time and then like beat me up. And then eventually, and then that also, now I'm not fat anymore, but now I'm just like a pussy. Then that like did something else. And then, and eventually I hit like 19 and it was weird. Like I remember when I was like 18, 19, 20, I would be in a conversation with someone I just met and I would be like aggressive, like establish dominance. So,
right away.
Let you know that I'm the fucking king here and then you're not doing shit to me. And then I had to talk to myself, like I was like, because I at 21 and then I was going to bars because now you're legally allowed to be at bars.
Yeah.
And I was like, Trav, you gotta calm down with this aggressive shit. Like meeting people for the first time and just like insinuating a fight with them because you think they're gonna fucking try to press you. Like that's. And I had to really calm myself down with that.
Dude, because you get into this mentality and you stay in this fight or flight mentality and your adrenaline is constantly going. And this is like a big part of my life is that I never could turn it off. It was always in like danger mode, like who's fighting me, who's coming at me. And then it's just like
when's this night gonna turn?
When's this night just like who's gonna fucking come at me with a knife, who's gonna do this, like dude, like it was fucking crazy, and this is like again goes back to the fucking first conversation we had today. This is like the fucking law of attraction, because then the fight started happening, like because I was on guard, and then it's like all of a sudden you get like in like a peaceful fucking atmosphere. Like I would hang out with like a girl that like I liked and I trusted, and then I would just like pass out right away because like the adrenaline turns off and I would feel safe and I'd feel home, and like that's the feeling that I get with like Marissa, I could finally turn it off.
It takes a while to turn
it off. It does, man. And it's like your adrenaline is shot, and like that's when you notice like when your adrenaline is fucking just over pumping, that's when coffee doesn't work. And like you're drinking like 3 cups of coffee a day and like the caffeine just isn't doing anything. That's how you know it. Like you fucked your adrenal gland. And like you got to do like a coffee detox. You got to like figure out how to fucking relax and turn it off. Because you can't be in a fight or flight your whole fucking life. You can't.
You just can't. I don't know what happens.
You'll burn out.
I don't know what happens if you keep doing that into your 50s, but I would imagine
heart attack, aneurysm,
something, a stroke.
Yeah.
And I already think I'm gonna have a stroke because I twitch the fuck out all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like, but yeah, and also just like the law of attraction. Like even if you don't get into a fight, like then you're gonna be surrounded by those types of people. Right. Those are the types of people you're gonna attract. Yeah. And before you know it, they're like, I have 3 groups of friends and they're all fucking psychopaths, and now there's nowhere to go for me to be. And then you put in this weird position, like either go out with one of these 3 groups of psychos or stay in and like barricade myself in a house like a fucking werewolf or something. And it's
fucking werewolf.
And it's like it's you gotta do it takes, if there's something not right with you, go see therapy. Because a good therapist will shine light on things that you need to work on, and he'll tell you how to work on it, and then you can work on it.
Therapy is really healthy for a lot of people. Some people don't think it works.
I think it fucking 100% works.
You just need to keep trying. Therapy has helped me over the years, but I also shifted focus because like I started going to meetings, 12-step group, and I would get a support group and a sponsor. So I'd be talking about my problems with these people all the time. So then it's like I had nothing left for my therapist, and I was just like paying money, and I was just like, I'm sorry, I have to stop therapy, because I was getting it elsewhere. I was getting it out. So if you're not getting all that fucking rot out of you, dude, it's like having like an infected wound, covering it up, letting it heal. All that shit is still in your cut. So you need to rip open that wound with someone, with a therapist or someone that you're talking to. Fucking squeeze out all the pus and the rot and the festering. And you got to fucking put alcohol on the wound. You got to dress it up nice, put the stitches in, and then let it heal properly. That's what happens when you have trauma.
My thing was like it felt like there was a knot in me that I never untied.
Right.
And then I fixed it myself. Then another knot formed on top of that knot. Then another knot formed on top of that knot. And then I had to open the fucking hood up. And then like untie all these knots. And then you get down to the center, you're like, oh, that was the thing that was causing all this fucking problem?
Yep.
And then like that's
and you start feeling better,
Oh, you walk around with a...
Talking helps, but first you have to be honest with yourself. To make sure you're being honest with someone else. Because everybody tries to like lie or embellish and, tell half truths or or lying through omission, like not telling like certain details of the story.
No half truths.
You can't. Dude. You just got to tell 100% of the truth to another person, and I guarantee you'll feel a little bit better. Yeah. Because pain shared is pain lessened.
Yeah. Gotta find a group.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
This was a solid episode.
Yeah, this was hot.
Yeah, this was hot stuff. Guys, Beezy wasn't here and our guest wasn't here, but we'll get that guest out to you, and Beezy will come back. And Mickey Delaney, thank you, brother.
Yeah, we had a good time. Yeah. Follow us on social media at Treading Water Podcast. And I got a show here August 17th with Keegan. Make sure to go govs.com to get your tickets. It probably will sell out. Keegan sells out. It's a great show, too. There's a lot of cool people on it. Hugh Van Well, Chris Cassandro. There's some other people, too, that I'm forgetting. Johnny McDonald, Carla.
Where's this?
Govs, Giggle Room.
It's August
17th, Saturday.
Nice.
It's a good show.
I have no shows because I feel like I'm just on call with a lot of things. Like,
dude,
someone hits me up.
There's no stage time. I just keep fucking hitting people up, and
there is, just not for us.
Probably.
But it's it's weird. Like, I'll just get a call like, "Hey, you available Wednesday?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." Are you available tomorrow or tonight? And it's like that's just kind of how I've been operating. But you know what? Some spots is better than no spots. So
yeah,
guys, just follow me Trav_Grant, and follow me and
at the Logic as always. Peace, fuckers.